everyone, so today's video is gonna be a car vlog, probably maybe a regular vlog. I might go somewhere tomorrow, and then I don't know, I feel so uncomfortable taking the camera with me like inside stores and stuff. It's just uncomfortable. But anyways, so I'm sort of early to work, so I just wanted to turn on the camera and kind of talk to you guys and stuff. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to talk about my Starbucks. So, you guys know that I always go out of my way to go to the drive-thru Starbucks because I hate human interaction. Like, I just hate talking to Starbucks people, like, inside of Starbucks. So, if I can avoid it, I will. And it's not only in Starbucks, like, anywhere. If they have a drive-thru, I prefer drive-thru. So, I go out of my way to go to the Starbucks drive-thru. And I've been having issues with them for the past couple of weeks. So, first time was, like, they take the drive-thru, no joke, takes forever. Like, how much does it take to make a freaking latte? Like, it cannot take that long. Like, I'm sorry, it just can't. But whatever. So that was one issue of mine. But I was like, okay, like, I'm exaggerating, I'm being a drama queen, whatever. And then the other day I went and I had this like guy help me or whatever. I don't have a complicated drink. I just get a caramel latte with extra caramel drizzle, and that's it. In a venti cup with just venti with non-fat milk. Like, that's it. There's nothing complicated about my order, right? I used to get a caramel macchiato, but I feel like this has less calories. But whatever. And they sort of taste the same. Anyway, so the guy, I can tell he's new because he's really, really nice. He fucking overcharges me. He literally charged me like $6. And no, I come here almost every single day. That does not, it's not $6. But you know what? I didn't argue with him because I'm not gonna fucking make a big deal out of $1 or $2. Like, I'm just not going to. Whatever, charge me $6, whatever. But, I mean, I didn't get an extra espresso shot. Like, I didn't get anything. But, like I said, I can tell he was new because he was too nice. And I feel like even when I worked customer service, like, back when I was a teenager, like, the first week that I was there, I was, like, the fucking nicest person you will ever meet. And then a week later, I'm like, fuck everybody, you know? Because that's how it is when you work retail and you're there a week and you're like, okay, fuck this shit. I don't care about anybody. So I'm going to be a bitch. Okay, like, he was new, I get it, whatever. I paid the $6, it was whatever. Today, I go, and I'm like, okay, can I get an iced venti non-fat caramel latte with extra freaking caramel drizzle around the cup? Like, it cannot get simpler than that, right? Do you guys see any fucking drizzle on this? Nothing. Nothing. So I'm like, whatever. I'm thankful inside because it's less calories, but still I ordered something and I want to have that. So I'm like lightweight thinking that I'm gonna start going to the Starbucks that I just go inside so that I can see when they're making my drink. Whatever, I'm such a bitch. Anyway, so yeah, that was like totally annoying of me. What else? So today's Thursday. Tomorrow, The Hunger Games comes out. Raise your hand if you're excited for that movie. Let me put my hand down. My hand down because I'm not. I've read all the books. I've watched all the movies. But for some reason, it's never been my favorite series. Like, I don't enjoy the series. I just feel obligated to go and watch them because I've read the books, I've watched all the movies, so now I'm like, okay, I have to go watch the last one, you know, I just have to. But I'm just not, I'm like, I just don't like the main character of the movie. No, I like Jennifer Lawrence, like, she's cool or whatever, but I don't like, what's his name? Josh Hutcherson, I think it's his name. I mean, he's probably good in other movies, but I just don't like him in that movie because his hair looks so fucking pathetic, disgusting. Second, he is like 5 feet 4 inches. I'm probably taller than him. And Jennifer Lawrence is like, what? Like, she's like 5 feet 9? No. So, That I don't like. I don't like their love story. I don't even think they really have a love story at all. And I don't like the book really. Like I've read the first book was an easy read. The second was also, it was like, okay, well, I already read the first one, let me read the second one. And then the third, and I've read them like a while ago. Like when they first came out, I read them. The third one, it took me probably a year to read because I would leave it and go to another book, and I would leave it and go to another book and then come back to it. It's the hardest book for me to read because it was so fucking boring. So I'm not excited. It is what it is. I'm not. But I have to watch it. So I'm going to do like a little review like when I go watch it about what I think about it. Mockingjay Part 1 was ridiculous. The movie sucked so bad. Like me and my sister were having a full-blown conversation while the movie was going on because we were so bored. We were like in the theater just talking about our lives there. I feel like it should not have been split at all. That movie, it didn't need to be split, I don't think. But anyways, my favorite series, I want to see what time it is because I kind of want to go in early. My favorite franchise or like book series made into a movie, whatever. My number one will always be and has always been Harry Potter. And I think that it's kind of like, it has like sentimental value to me because it came out when the movies came out when I was really young. So I was like reading the books when I was really young. So I just love it. I love all of the books. All of them. I love all of the movies. Like I've probably watched every single movie for how many times? Like probably 100 each, maybe even more. I watch them constantly. Every holiday I watch them because ABC always has a marathon. I'm like, okay, why not? The one movie that it's my least favorite of Harry Potter, and it's not that I don't like it. I like it. Like I love it. It's just my least favorite of them all is The Goblet of Fire. And I think it's because Robert Pattinson is in there and he dies. I think that's why that's my least favorite. I like the book. The movie is my least favorite, but I think it's because he dies that I'm just like, they should have casted somebody else because I'm like emotionally involved with him too because of Twilight. That's my second favorite series. I know a lot of people didn't like Twilight. I fucking love Twilight. Beautiful, amazing love story. I loved it. Read all the books probably a million times, over and over. When I was in high school, I would just read them over and over every year. It was ridiculous, but I loved it. New Moon. It's my favorite book. I was literally probably in high school the first time I read that book. Tears were running down my face when I was reading New Moon. Like, no joke. Tears were running down my... Ugh, like, I loved it. Loved that book. I loved everything. Like, I love everything. I even love how she gets pregnant. Like, a lot of people think it's weird, like, how she got all skinny and stuff. And, like, she, like, died or, like, almost died. Loved everything. Loved all the books. Amazing. Like, you could see that she really loved this guy. And I like that. Anyway, so, and Divergent. Love it. I haven't read the books of Divergent. And I don't know why. I think it was because... I don't know. I don't know why I've never read, because I'm a really good, like, I'm a big reader. Like, I like to read a ton of stuff involving, like, movies and books and stuff. Like, I really like it. But I've never read the Divergent series, and I need to, and I will, because I really, really like the storyline. I love the love story. Everything. I really like that. Now, the Hunger Games, no. I don't like it. But I've read the books, and I'm gonna have to go watch the movie because I've read the books. I'm obligated to go watch it. So, yeah. That was such a long... Yeah. And then, okay. So, I'm gonna tell you guys something that happened to me. So, I feel like... Yeah, I did tell you guys. It was one of my car vlogs. This is a really bad neighborhood. I told you guys about this guy that I met in one of my school meetings. My job meeting. Training. It was a training. And you guys know that I met this guy and he asked for my number and stuff, and he was like, he was really nice, but I just didn't like him like that, and he like tricked me into giving him my number, but whatever. So since I put up the last vlog that I talked about him, I think it was 2 vlogs that I talked about him, but the second time, like, that was the end. Like, we had one last meeting together, and then a training, and then we didn't talk after that. Yeah, so that was it. I never heard from him again. It was all cool. So on Sunday, yeah, it was Sunday, so me and my sister were watching a movie on Netflix. Christy or Kristen? I think it was Christy. Totally recommended. It's with Ashley Greene and some other girl. So it's such a good movie. Go watch it. Anyway, so he texted me, but I didn't recognize the number because I had not saved him in my contacts. So I'm really bad about that. And I had deleted the conversation, so I couldn't even go back to see who I had a conversation with that had that number. So yeah. And then, you know, I'm asking, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, who is this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, it's me. Like, I'm not going to say his name. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, whatever. So he's texting me or whatever. And obviously, like, I know where this is going. And he basically asked me out to dinner. And I sort of lied and was like, oh, sorry, like, I have night class. I don't have night class right now. But I told him I did because I don't like to turn people down like that. And he was like, okay, well, when are you free? Because you can't avoid me forever. That's what he said. And I was like, okay, creepy. And my sister said, you know what, just tell him, like, you're not interested. Like, you're not going to be free, whatever. So I basically turned him down. I'm like, no, like, blah, blah, blah. You know, usually when I turn a guy down or whatever, they're, like, sort of a bitch about it. Or they'll be like, okay, whatever. Or they just will never respond or stuff like that, and you can see that they're bitter about it, but it's whatever. This guy texted me back. Sorry, I'm like looking because my coworker like went that way and I don't want her to see me in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to hurry up with my story because it's already 57 and I have to go. Anyway, so we like talk or whatever, or I turn him down or whatever, and then he says, oh, like I was saying, you know, a lot of guys act a little bit bitter about it. Okay, whatever. So I told him, like, no, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not interested, whatever. He was the fucking sweetest guy I've ever met. He responded back saying, like, oh, yeah, like, I get it, like, I understand. You know, I was just really interested in you. Like, the first time I saw you, I couldn't keep my eyes away from you. Like, you're so, like, oh my God, this guy had a whole poem for me. I felt guilty. Like, I was really about to text him back and be like, you know what, never mind. Meet me at 8 o'clock at this place tomorrow, whatever. Because so sweet, so amazing. Like, I sort of regretted it a little bit because I'm like, damn, he was really nice. And he wasn't, like, ugly or anything. I was just not interested. Like, so nice, so sweet. And it just kind of opened my eyes that, yeah, maybe at first you're like, no, I don't vibe with this person. Like, nothing could ever come, like, nothing good can come out of a relationship with this person because I'm, like, not interested in him that way. But sometimes you really do need to get to know them and, like, talk to them, and it can change your perspective. Like, my perspective completely changed for this guy. Like, so nice, so sweet, to the point, loved him. No, I didn't schedule a date with him just because I had already turned him down. I'm not, like, gonna be like, you know what, never mind. It's just not who I am, so I didn't do that, but totally changed my perspective of him. Like, such a sweet guy, so sweet. Like, if I ever see him again and he asks me, like, we go to another training or something, and for some reason he wants to go, I'm gonna be like, you know what, yes, just because you are so nice and amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna go now. I need to go prepare for work. I don't know if I'm gonna continue this vlog like somewhere else. I might just end it here. Who knows? You guys are probably gonna know. So if I don't add anything else, I guess thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys I don't know when, probably on Wednesday.